Warriors in that possible play for one. They're on an East Coast road trip. It's not been great the past couple nights. Florida has not been good to them. Now, Amin sat on television a couple days ago and told you all they were not going to win in Miami because you said, when did their plane land?
They landed on Monday night. The game wasn't until Wednesday, though.
Oh, no.
So that was the rest of his ball.
That's rough.
They're not
You can't give me 2 days in Miami. No way.
They're not winning that game. So it didn't look. Kevin Durant didn't play in the second night of the back-to-back in Orlando. And then he had this quote to NBC Sports Bay Area. He said, "The NBA is never going to fulfill me. It's going to make me feel good about all the work that I put in. But I think those days of me wanting to prove something to anybody or walk around with a huge chip on my shoulder, it is not my thing." And look, first of all, I really respect how honest Kevin is about this stuff. I have sat across from him. We have sat down and had conversations, interviews where he said it was important. He said, "I am trying to find something. The title, that will complete me." And it didn't quite work out that way. Or if he said, "Hey, I'm the best player in the world and I feel like I am, these finals MVPs." And he came back, and the last time I sat down with him, he said, "You know what? It didn't make me feel good the way I thought it would." So this is real talk. And Paul, when he says stuff like this, do you think that's good for the Warriors, bad for the Warriors? Do you think he's still going to be searching for another thing this summer?
This speaks to me that maybe basketball isn't the most important thing to him. There's so many other things in life. You know, I think for Kevin Durant, he's finding that out. You know, he's a businessman. He's a basketball player. He's so many other things. You know, players in my era and before, basketball was everything for us.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have brands. Everybody couldn't be a brand.
Right.
You know, you had certain guys. You know, everybody couldn't be in the tech industry or the world we live in today with all the social media and advanced opportunities that you can have off the court as basketball players. So that's just Kevin Durant, you know, growing up, finding himself, and wants to be known as more than just a basketball player. And, you know, by him saying that, he's like, this is not everything. This is not who I am. This is not everything I'm all about.
Look, all that is true, and I'm always for players who find their identity outside of basketball, because one day the ball starts bouncing, you've got to find something to do with your life. So if everything is tied around this, you fall into depression, you fall into a lot of issues. Having said that, and I applaud him for doing that, I encourage him to do, but having said that, you can't tell me you don't care.
I don't think he said I don't care.
I mean, there's nothing that drives him, or he doesn't have a chip on his shoulder. That's inconsistent with his behavior. With his behavior on social media, with his behavior, the way he lashes out at media people, that is not the behavior of someone who doesn't have a chip on their shoulder. If he didn't care, he'd be like, whatever. My life's great, right? But I don't see that. So glass half full, I applaud him for that. Glass half empty, I don't totally believe that's 100% his mindset.
Is there tea leaf reading with any of this, or should we just let this be about the summer?
You know what? I think he's a moody person.
Yeah.
When he's in the mood, he feels this way.
Right.
When he's in the mood, he feels that way. Does he want to be appreciated as the best basketball player in the world? That shows me he cares.
Right.
When he says things like this, that shows me like maybe this is not the most important thing.
So.
And does he feel like he can accomplish one by doing the other? Right? Like, I can prove I'm the greatest.
That going into a new building, a new San Francisco building, is all he needs? Or does he feel like he needs Madison Square Garden? That's what producer Steve wants to know.
San Francisco. I thought you meant a new building, like not the same.
No. Like, you know, so these are questions people have.